Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is October the 12th, and it is time for the market overview, looking at the Dow SPX, VIX, TNAU, PFXE, GLD, and SLV. Okay, well, we had a big update in the market for majority of the day. It was leading up to the FOMC minutes, which were released, and it could be interpreted different ways. You can interpret it that QE3 is a lock, which we already know. Or you could look at it and say, oh, all this doubt and stuff is bad. So I'm not going to read into it too much in one direction or the other. But what we did end up today with was a nice green candle. You could say that it is a shooting star, but we won't know that until it changes and goes down. But then again, could be on its way up. What we're looking for now is evidence. And certainly the daily still, just like yesterday, looks pretty darn strong, looks pretty bullish. We have the short-term moving averages. Actually, the fastest is about to emerge from the other side of the bar. Very amazing, since it did not have meet the criteria for doing that, but it's doing it anyway. Just amazing. And it did get above this previous peak during the day. It did back off, and we are right at the this prior peak. What does that mean? Does that mean it's going to turn around? Maybe, maybe not. But in any regard, it is quite a run getting that high. And we do have one more peak above that might be able to stop it if it does bust out of this. But yeah, possible shooting star. CCI still massively high. Stochastic, fast stochastic still evening out, waiting for the turn. Slow stochastic right behind it, just like yesterday, except now it's even higher. 14-day RSI moving average did get its turn, it's moving higher. RSI almost too overbought. Uptick on the histogram and the MACD. Very strong daily chart, very strong. I still expect the stochastics to turn around and go down and meet the 14-day RSI moving average or exceed it, and that will be a move down. Whether or not that builds momentum or not remains to be seen with the indicators, but certainly a reset before completing the 14-day RSI move is completely reasonable. Now, I said the daily was very strong, which it is. And here's the 180. You can see that we are trying to roll over in the CCI, the stochastics, the RSI, and the histogram. And we do have divergences in play for the 180 time period. You have it in the MACD histogram, you have it in the RSI, you have it in the stochastics, you have it in you have it in the CCI as well. So moving right along, although we do have room in the 14-day RSI moving average to go up some more along with the daily. 60-minute time period. Aha. We're getting the bearish cross on the MACD, downtick on the histogram at the end of the day, down on RSI, both stochastics, the 14-day RSI, and the CCI. And we did have a nice, almost 100% move to the downside at the end of the day. We still closed up 100 points. But as we can see in the 60-minute, there's all kinds of room to move to the downside. And, you know, where will that take us if we do get a down move? Well, it's very difficult to tell. Certainly I'm just going to leave it at that. It's very difficult to tell. 30-minute, we're going down on the CCI, the stochastics, the 14-day RSI moving average, the RSI, the MACD histogram. 15-minute, going down CCI, stochastics, 14-day RSI moving average, RSI, stochastic, MACD, and the histogram. Now, in the 60-minute time period, we still have divergences that have to be worked off in the stochastic, in the RSI, in the histogram. In the 30-minute time period, we still have divergences in the stochastics, the very slight in the RSI, the MACD. It does need to move down. It just does. But it'll do it when it chooses to do it. And maybe we can be fed some more positive NDEs and continue to go higher. But it sure looks to me like it should turn. SPX, also possibly a shooting star. Deep penetration of the bar by the short-term moving averages. Closed above the upper price consensus level. We have not made it to the previous peak. Well, we did kiss it today. We have not exceeded it. And it backed off from there. Does that mean it's going to be a strong obstacle to overcome? Yeah, possibly. And just like the Dow, the daily is very strong. And I won't rehash all of the shorter time periods because it's going to be the same as the Dow. So essentially, 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute don't look favorable to the bulls, and the 180 is very questionable. So there it is. And the VIX, we ended the day with a hammer. It is very low, right? It actually exceeded just by a hair the previous floor, but it did close just above the previous floor, essentially matching it. So is this going to hold? Well, you would think that it would have some kind of resistance there. Maybe today was it, but CCI massively low, stochastics massively low, looking for a flip up, although the 14-day RSI moving average is not far behind. RSI getting almost to oversold, but not quite there. We do not have an uptick in the histogram, and the MACD is pointing down. In the 60-minute time period, we still have positive divergence in the stochastics, the RSI, and the MACD histogram. Once again, leading me to think that this should go up and the market should go down. Certainly, the 14-day RSI moving average is still pointing down, but it is very low. TNA back into the 40s. You'll notice that it kissed the major price consensus level and backed away. We have an inverse miniature hammer. CCI massively high, fast stochastic very high, slow not quite there, slight actually a side tick in the RSI 14-day moving average, RSI ticking up, histogram, MACD ticking up. And if we look at the 60-minute looking for divergence, what do we have? Well, we do have divergence in the CCI, in the stochastics, in the RSI, in the MACD histogram, and the 14-day RSI moving average is very high, looking for a flip in the 60-minute time period. Once again, I think that we are due for a move down. And the driver of everything, UUP. Fascinating. We're all the way down to the 200-day moving average. We did close below the major price consensus level. We did end with a hammer. CCI massively low, stochastics both massively low, RSI almost there, downtick on the histogram and the MACD. And that 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. It's now out of overbought, but it is certainly pointing down. I do expect the stochastics to go up and meet it, which will produce a little bit of an up move and a down move in the market, but we certainly are not getting that as of yet. And yeah, We do have the bearish bar still in full effect, and we are just barely starting to get penetration today. And we do not have complete crossover first. So, warning sign to me, but the bulls just keep on trucking. Now the 200-day moving average, if it is broken, that will when it breaks. If that's tomorrow, if it's later, that certainly will be a huge warning sign. But FXE, the euro, had a nice move up today. It is inverse hammer or shooting star, whatever you want to call it. It is miniature. We are getting crossover in the short-term moving averages. We do not have penetration of the bar as of yet. It did close above the major price consensus level. CCI very high, stochastics are both overbought. 14-day RSI moving average, lots of room to move. I do expect this to flip over, come down and meet it, and then continue on its way up. RSI clicking up, not yet too overbought. Uptick on the MACD and the histogram. Very strong looking in the daily. GLD, second VIX, ended today with almost, that is so tight, almost looks like a spinning top. It was above yesterday, however it was a red body. Fast stochastic very high, CCI very high, slow stochastic behind it, 14-day RSI moving average still pointing down, up on the RSI, the histogram, and the MACD. It took it longer than it should have, but we did meet the uptick target, which had expired. It's actually, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 3 days late, but yeah. Beyond that, we have the collapsed bar. If it does decide to go up through it, there should not be much to stop it. We have the major price consensus level a good bit above us, about more than $10. And SLV, little doji, finally did meet its uptick target that was, let's see here, 1 day late. And fast stochastic high, same as gold. And it should be noted that the euro got all the way up to 1.38, which is massively high in recent time frame. I'll be really surprised if it can hold that level over the next few days. It is it's just very high for the recent trading, and certainly with all these gaps we have in FXE, just a couple of them, but still it would be nice to see those fill. And of course some people believe in gap theory, some people don't. I'm more of the opinion that it is more of convenience, and when it happens to fill, then people say, oh, it filled, but yeah. Well, there you have it. Not too much to offer tonight. Still in a waiting game, still waiting for more news out of Euroland and the emerging plan of a fix. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This trend video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.